Hello everyone, welcome to Walk the Parks. Today we are going to take a hike together down the Window Rock Nature Trail over to Book Cliff's View. This is located in Colorado National Monument, just outside of Grand Junction, Colorado, near Fruita, Colorado. Very easy to access this via I-70, and this is a fantastic place to camp. This trail actually starts directly adjacent to Saddlehorn Campground. And there is a trailhead that we were just looking at there with room for approximately 15 cars. To go just to Window Rock, it's approximately 1/4 of a mile. The elevation at this trailhead is about 5,600 feet. So definitely take precautions if you're not used to altitude. Drink lots of water if you do feel dizzy and stuff. Don't try to overdo it. Altitude can definitely really be challenging, especially if you're not used to it or haven't been to it in a long time. So here we are going down the Window Rock Trail. You know, if you want to go back in the video and pause it on that map, it might give you a better idea of how to find this trailhead. I really love Colorado National Monument. Sometimes I feel like it can get overlooked a little bit. I mean, I know all the locals around Grand Junction and Fruita enjoy the park, but it seems like a lot of people also kind of go by the park on their way to Moab and Arches and Canyonlands and all the other national parks in southern Utah, which are also extremely beautiful, but I wouldn't necessarily always pass this park up. It's nice. It's not nearly as crowded as those parks, and there are some fantastic trails. This one, for example, is quite easy. There's not too much elevation gain. Fairly smooth trail. The only challenge that I had was that I arrived here just after it had rained. So as a result, a lot of the footprints were erased. A lot of times in the desert, you know, you're relying on cairns, like piles of rocks to find things, or you're on slick rock, so it can be a bit challenging. This had a bunch of dirt, but it was a little bit challenging to stay on trail just because a lot of those footprints had been erased. As you can see, this trail is pretty developed in certain places, but it can also be easy to get off trail. I think I did get off trail a bit when I left Window Rock, which is disappointing. As we always want to try to stay on trail as best we can, and we definitely always want to follow leave no trace principles, leave only footprints, take only pictures, and then the last one is kill only time. So those are good things to remember. And if you do have any garbage or anything, there's really no garbage in most places in the backcountry. So always remember to pack in and pack out. I just looked at my phone for a second there in the video because I wasn't sure exactly where the trail went. And like I said, I do get off trail for a second, which is unfortunate. This trail, basically, you can do a couple of options. You could just walk down to Window Rock here, which is only maybe a 5-minute hike, maybe a little bit more. I do tend to be a bit faster hiker than a lot of people, but slower than others as well. And you could just hang out here. It'd be a beautiful place to catch the sunset, although be very careful near the rim. That would be one thing I would kind of warn about this trail is you can be very close to the rim in a lot of spots, and it's a very, very steep drop off. So be careful, especially if you bring like little kids with you. All right, so now we see, when I first came on here, I was like, danger, do not cross fence. I was kind of like, what's going on? There's no, right next to here, there's not really a ton of fencing and stuff. So what's going on? So first I looked over the cliff and I'm like, well, that is quite a drop off. Absolutely beautiful too. You kind of drive up right around this area, which is absolutely beautiful, like up that canyon. Beautiful, beautiful area. A lot of bighorn sheep in this park as well. So then I went over here and I got a little view like, oh, that's Window Rock right there. Now it makes sense why there's a warning not to climb the fence. You don't want to break through Window Rock. So then we'll go over here and enjoy this beautiful view of Monument Valley. Those kind of large rock structures that are standing up are called monuments. Really pretty. Obviously the camera doesn't do it justice. And then over here we finally get a better view of Window Rock. We are literally right on top of it, so it's hard to get that perfect view of Window Rock itself. There's a really pretty picture of it on the Colorado National Monument website. I'm not sure where exactly they took that from, but maybe you can get down below it too. I know there are a lot of trails in this park. So beautiful Window Rock. You could just turn around here if you wanted to for your hike. I'm going to kind of continue on. Now, I think the actual trail goes to the right here, so you might not want to exactly follow me. I did get off trail a little bit here, but it was tough to tell. I feel like there's a lot of footprints and things, but I will also say there's a ton of fantastic viewpoints that are right on the rim. So if you want to take a break or maybe get a little bit of solitude, you could kind of hang out on the to the left directly on the rim, which is great. So it does look pretty trodden down here. There's a lot of footprints and stuff, but again, I think I somehow got off trail here, which is my bad. Next thing I want to talk about just briefly is the beautiful geological feature that we're in right here. This is called the Colorado Plateau. So the Colorado Plateau, even though its name is a bit deceiving, first off, it sounds like it's in Colorado, but really the Colorado Plateau is a bit in Colorado. It's really in all four of the four corners. So Colorado goes down into New Mexico. A lot of it's in southern Utah. And then it goes all the way down to Arizona and kind of ends at the southern part of the Grand Canyon. And the Colorado Plateau is just an amazing set of rock features. Basically, the way I look at it is the Colorado Plateau is the whole area of the country that's kind of like you're on another planet. All those red rocks, all those different layers, just beautiful, beautiful sandstone, and it is just fantastic. So here I am looking at another trail. So I don't know whether I got off trail. Looks like I did a little bit, so try to be more careful than I am. So we do want to try to leave no trace. So anyway, I hope you were able to enjoy the Colorado National Monument and the Colorado Plateau because they're so beautiful. As I said, sometimes people overlook Colorado National Monument, kind of breeze past it, going to Moab, and but that's okay. I mean, it's all part of that larger Colorado Plateau, which is really one of my favorite geological features I have ever been lucky enough to go to. This area is really amazing. I really enjoy camping at Saddlehorn Campground. It has a great view. The sites are nice. I just enjoy it. This park in general, really, there's a lot of great trails and really not nearly as many people as there are at some of the national parks that you go over to in Utah. So in my mind, very worth the stop. There is a state park also near here down by the Colorado River. The state park, sure, it's closer to town and whatnot, and it's really pretty. However, the downside is that it's right on the Colorado River, and I-70, the major interstate going through here, actually also follows the Colorado River, so it can be quite loud down at that campground. I kind of prefer camping at Saddlehorn Campground if I am in this area. And again, I just love this park because it does tend to be a little bit less crowded. Colorado National Monument is absolutely beautiful. As you can see on this brief trail, I only saw, I think, 2 people. Was there another group? I don't think so. So now we're almost to Book Cliffs View, and Book Cliffs View is a beautiful viewpoint that kind of has some nice benches built. There's a shade area to hang out at. There's not a ton of parking at Book Cliffs View, but there is a good amount of places to sit and hang out, and it's not too far of a walk. As you can see here, it takes me under 10 minutes to get to Book Cliffs View, so again, this is a fantastic short hike to take. You are on the rim of the canyon, so just be reminded if there is lightning coming through, consider getting in your car or somewhere else. Lightning does tend to have a tendency to strike high points, so the rim of a canyon, never the best place to be. Absolutely beautiful views from Book Cliffs View. Now, the Book Cliffs are those mountains all the way in the distance where it kind of goes, like you have the flat kind of plateau of the valley, and then it goes up to the beautiful Book Cliffs there. And then we're looking up Monument Canyon there. And I just wanted to kind of show everything, this beautiful rock structure here. And we're going to go up and just see that there's not too much parking here. You could take a right on this road, and that brief little walk would take you back to the campground. As you can see, there's one spot for handicap, and then maybe a car could pull in there. You can also take this canyon rim trail to the visitor center. And then, see, there's a little bit additional parking right here too, but not too much. Maybe just for like 3 or 4 cars total. So keep that in mind in your adventures. And my apologies, I forgot to take a photo of these 2 places. Maybe you can zoom in on the video, but I'm not sure. Beautiful views down to Monument Canyon. There's a whole bunch of more trails here. This is just the beginning, and just wanted to show you, like, for if you're staying at the campground or if you just want a short trail, Window Rock Trail is a fantastic one. I would also recommend going all the way to the visitor center in a lot of instances, because you get just a much more beautiful view. Plus you can check out the visitor center if it is open. I will have another video on that I will link here. Please feel free to reach out if you do have any questions about the Window Rock Trail. Absolutely beautiful. The purpose of these videos is just to kind of show you what trails are like, so you can kind of research and see if it's something you want to get into, and maybe also learn a little bit about the park. So I'm going to leave you now, and I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy this park if you're able to get here.